From 15th to 3rd in 1 lap. Can he do it again? I asked him how he did it. He just smiled. He said, I just overtook them, you know.
Lad.
Yeah, lad. And those incredible overtake manoeuvres through the right-handers coming back towards the start and finish. He said, I just like that corner.
Exactly that. Well, here we go then.
Right, we're ready for another 14 laps of Red Bull MotoGP Rookies Cup action. The revs rise. Lights go out and a clean start from everybody. Again, Morelli gets it moving well from the middle of the second row. Is he going to be in the leading trio going into the first corner? But it's
onto the back straight we come.
He is. His 9th place he is going down the back straight. So, absolutely superb stuff. But it is Hakim Danish that leads on the number 13 from Brian Uriarte.
You'll never meet a more mild-mannered rider than Hakim Danish, but look at him slide it in towards turn 6. Someone going and getting pushed right out wide there. Carter Thompson was on the inside. I saw the number 50. He's now moved up to 5th spot. Great stuff from the Aussie.
VEDAPRATAMA up to 7th place already from 15th on the grid.
Absolutely cracking. What a lad he is. Absolutely love watching him ride. Indonesia, you've really got a superstar in the making, haven't you? For the win this year, those top 6, Danish, Uriarte, Morelli, Pugliese, Thompson and Pratama, these are the riders I'm watching for victories this year, and this is the order that we're seeing now in race 2 in Jerez.
Now, can Brian Uriarte do the same thing as he did manage yesterday to break this up, this leading group, and make it just a battle between 2 or 3 of them at the front?
And Pratama scythed his way through on the Australian of Thompson into into turn 2 there, moving up into 5th position now.
And as I said, Carter Thompson said that I failed to go with Pratama yesterday when he came through the field, and I'm sure 15th or 3rd.
He's over it. Time to call it quits on the old career then. As we see, that's Morelli trying to muscle his way back through on Benyat Fernandez. He got pushed wide and bogged down through a couple of corners there. He's now got Christian Daniel Jr. for company as well, whose form has really come on in this to start his 2nd year in Rookies Cup 2.
Right, so 13 laps remaining, and it's all to play for because there's Hakim Danish trying to make a break on it there, and he has now opened up as big a gap as we saw any time yesterday over Brian Uriarte.
Can't let him get away again, can we? Goodness me.
And Hakim said he wasn't planning to change the motorcycle. He said the motorcycle was great. He said, I am just going to push a bit harder tomorrow, and we're already seeing that at the end of lap 2.
So then, Benyat Fernandez, easily the best of the first years in so far in Rookies Cup. You've got to say, 5th place he is now.
And the fastest lap of the race so far.
Yeah, really, really good stuff. Very impressive from that young Spaniard right there. Right,
so Uriarte has his sights set on the
top. Wow, and now he goes up into 4th.
Oh, we didn't see anybody pass Vader yesterday.
And now he's going into 2nd. Uriarte's thinking, who's the number 7? Who are you, mate?
Well, and it's what he said in the pre-show, didn't he? You know, we have new guys coming. You don't know how good they're going to be. They're chosen from the selection event for a reason, and we're now seeing what that reason is.
Yeah, exactly. Absolute cracker. I'm going to give a shout-out as well to Zen Mitani into 13th spot, up from outside the top 20 on the grid. His form's really coming on. He had a great race yesterday to finish up 7th spot. He's only 2 seconds off the lead at the moment. He's on the back of this group pretty well. Uriarte, but is he going to get the cut back? The number 51, the race winner yesterday. And Danish, though, he's really drilling the pace. What are we doing now? So 149.7. That's not too far off what we were doing yesterday. Fernandez with 49.2, but that's half a second quicker than Danish on that last lap. So with these cooler conditions, it is faster than it was yesterday, Peter.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, it's very interesting to see that, in fact, the cooler conditions helping things apparently at the moment. And this group just absolutely all over each other. Superb stuff.
Proper. I guess this is the lead group now, the top 9 or so, but you've got chasers just a second or so back, led by Gonzalez, the number 11.
Yeah, and it's great to see Carter Thompson there in 5th, you know, Morelli there in 6th. We know these guys are both, you know, Morelli said he had the feeling yesterday that if he'd been able to go with them, he would have been able to race at the front. And let's see, he's with them now. Can he live up to what he said yesterday?
These are 2 riders who really do need Rookies Cup. You know, they turn up and race this as sort of their final option to try and make it in the Grand Prix world, and it's great to see riders like that making it stick. Yellow helmet, they're up and walking, we can see in the background, but that is a fast accident to have right there. I think it was Gonzalez, the number 11. It is, unfortunately. Rider okay.
Yeah, good to see that. He's obviously furious with himself. I think there was somebody else involved, where somebody else ran wide at the same time.
Been, yeah.
So, you know, and whether he took them with him or not, I don't know, but the other guy didn't crash. Anyway, so back with...
Oh, this is a replay, actually, of what happened. Was it Ramersdorfer? Because, yeah, I think it was Ramersdorfer because he went wide.
Right, but he obviously got away with it.
A few places.
Okay. Nicely, very smooth overtaking manoeuvre to take the lead for Brian Uriarte. Oh, sorry, I know VEDAPRATAMA. I do beg your pardon. VEDAPRATAMA it was who did the outbreaking manoeuvre to take the lead. VEDAPRATAMA leads now with Hakim Danish, Brian Uriarte in 3rd place.
So now we've got Yeah, the leaders, you know, it's Morelli, Christian Daniel Jr. just falling back by a couple of tenths or so, but I would say if you're likes of Morelli, keep an eye on someone like him and Fernandez, because although these guys look very strong out front, clearly the others don't want to use up too much tyre. Still a very long race to go at the moment. No one's out of this. Brian went a little bit wide. Fernandez squirts.
Oh, yeah. Brian was coming back online. You know, we see that so often, don't we? You know, in all the classes in Grand Prix racing, when somebody runs wide and then they come back online and someone has taken the opportunity to go up the inside.
Cheeky, but was it naughty? That'll be the question for race direction. And was it too naughty? There we go. So, well, Fernandez certainly benefits from that. He's in third place then. He's got Morelli for company. Thompson, you've got Christian Daniel Jr. Stand up the USA. Your boy in the number 70 is in 6th spot, running for the podium. Moment.
Well, that's right. There's still 21 riders plus 23 riders. He's the 23rd rider, so, you know, he's very unlikely to pick up any points. And, you know, if he can, he'll keep going. But from that position, it's not likely that he's going to find any points.
Big shame for him, but this is what we say about Rookies Cup. There are no foregone conclusions. Might well be the favourite, but all it takes is one move from another rider and bump, off he goes. You can see how bent his handlebar is.
Yeah, that's right. It's hanging down the side of the fairing. I'm surprised he's even got full steering lock on it. It seems to almost be, touching the fairing there. He's got problems. He's obviously the motor
riding. So Fernandez has got a long lap penalty. That'll put him a little bit out the running. So fair enough. I mean, that'll be the race direction and the stewards deciding that one. I mean, at this level, they want to really enforce good riding etiquette at this age, don't you? I mean, obviously, it's the most important race of their lives at the moment. However, you know, it's not the end of the world if you don't win a race because you're doing a bit of irresponsible riding. We're not talking big cash money prizes.
No, he just set the fastest lap of the race too, but he's now got to do a long lap penalty to, you know, relaxing, not easing off at the moment, and let's see whether he does go for that long lap penalty. He's coming down to the section now at the end of the lap. So it still is the 54 VEDAPRATAMA that leads. Will Benyat Fernandez do his long lap penalty now?
Let's see. He's going wide. Yes, he's going to do it now. But he cannot touch the green, Peter. That's the key. And it's always very dirty there as well, isn't it?
Yeah,
so
very.
Did he touch the green? He that'll be the key. So, yeah, well done for him for getting it done. So he's just on the back of the screen. That's the number 24, Guillaume Plom, who's another rider, back for a 3rd year, I think, and applying a long lap penalty. The message is, hey, calm it down, you know. And that was Morelli moving up into the lead now.
Yeah, absolutely superb. He looked as though he'd been sleeping for a few laps, but he's certainly not sleeping now because the Argentine...
Oh, who's down? Vader's gone down. Oh, goodness me. So that's two of the top 3 yesterday, and that didn't look like anybody...
No.
Well,
he said that was his favourite corner from yesterday. It's where he did all the overtaking. He said, I just like it. It doesn't like it today.
Well, yes, certainly not. It looked like he certainly thinks someone impacted his corner and took him out, but down a bit. Another long lap penalty coming his way. Yeah, the boards are still out, so he's not done it this lap, so he's going to have to do it, not done it last lap, so he'll have to do it this one now.
Yeah, I just hope he realises that it is, you know, he's got to do it again and they haven't just left the board out or something. You know, it's clearly he has got to do another long lap penalty.
Thompson's been given a long lap penalty then, so Stuart, race direction gone, no, you can't do that then, so fair enough. Well, it is all drama, Peter. I mean, you've got riders here, though, who've never seen a podium in Rookies Cup before. You know, when it's there, you really want it, lad. But you can't do that.
And his lead, Danny Revolta, was saying he was trying to tell the guys, look, calm down. He had the feeling going into the race yesterday that they're all too many of them were hyped up, and we're seeing it today even more than we did yesterday. There were too many balls yesterday. Well, I think 4 of them. That's 4 too many, and we're having the same problem today. Hakim Danish on the 13. Superb stuff at the end of the straight. Nice bit of late braking. Carter Thompson is up there. He also passed Morelli into 2nd place. I wonder if he's realised that he's got to serve that long lap penalty.
As I say, Peter, hey,
Danish into 2nd place. He's not going to win a finish 2nd again. Morelli, he's on Morelli's tail. Carter Thompson up into 3rd place.
It's the last lap, Peter. It's all going to go off, but Morelli's looking pretty strong out front. Down the back straight is going to be super key. Your runs through turns 4 and then 5 here. Morelli loves high corner speed. That's one of his biggest strengths. So watch him through here.
And it was 5 men battling for the podium, as it's now there's another 3 coming on the back of them. It's 8 people with a chance of a podium finish.
Absolutely cracking. Here we go.
Down at this point yesterday, up the inside.
Oh, that's a dive bomb for Christian Daniel. That's a dive bomb.
No, it's Hakim who has it still, but behind him is Carter Thompson. Does he go up the inside? He does. Carter Thompson takes the lead, but he's going to run wide. Hakim Danish comes back underneath it. Hakim dashes who has the lead. Carter Thompson right
who's down? 2 riders down. It's Mitani's down, but we'll focus on the front. Danish lead. Thompson, Christian Daniel Jr., Morelli. One of them is not going to finish on the podium. It's going to be heartbreak, Peter. Final corner time. Here we go.
side by side, all on the brakes. Who is it up the inside?
It's on the Australian.
Oh!
Who's going to win this one? Surely Hakim Dennis can't get out of the slipstream quick enough. It's
Thompson
that's going to win it.
He's
It
done
is.
it!
And
Yes,
again,
well
Hakim
done!
Dennis is second.
And Christian Daniel is on the podium as well.
Marco
What a
Morelli
finish!
fourth.
Oh, brilliant! Absolutely brilliant!
And Benyat Fernandez, 2 long lap penalties, and he's fifth.
Oh, incredible! What a ride from all of them. It was Pugliese and Mitani who went down on the final lap. Oh, but wowee, Mitani just rejoins, it tells us. But Christian Daniel on the